Welcome back to A Bard in Skyrim. My name is Ricky, and this is Daniel. Last week, we took care of Patema once and for all, and this week, I thought maybe it was time for us to go to Volunruud. A courier brought us a note from someone asking us to go there and get the Word of Power, and that was quite some time ago, so, you know what? It's time to go do that. We are going to be fighting someone at Volunruud named Neville the Tongue, I think. I'm assuming the K is silent, who was an ancient Nord warrior who was gifted in the Thuum. So, who better to take him on than the guy who is also super gifted in the Thuum, Daniel. So, while we do that, I thought I would tell you one final story about Daniel, because next week Daniel finishes off Alduin. And in the process, I'll tell you the actual final story of Daniel, but this week's more of a fun-ish story-ish. You know, being the operative word there. So right before Daniel came to Skyrim, he went home to Volunruud, and then he came to Skyrim. And I'll talk about his trip home next week, because it's the most important story I think I can tell, I hope. But on his way back, he was in Cyrodiil, not in the Imperial City, just in Cyrodiil. And he stopped in this town. Of course, Daniel's pretty flush with cash at this point, so he's not overly concerned with making any kind of money. But he stops in this town, and he meets this guy at a bar who's drunk and screaming about how this rich guy stole all of his money. So Daniel decided to investigate. Gold, gold, gold. Hedix Volunruud notes. Started, silenced tongues. 2 keys must be hidden. Right, whatever. Yeah, we got to find the weapons to get into the main area. The word we're going after, by the way, is the second word of Aura Whisper. Well, for us, it's the second word of Aura Whisper. So, okay. So, we gotta get the weapons to get through that door, and I knew that, and yet for some reason I was like, you know what? So Daniel started doing his investigation, and did discover, in fact, that ow! Jerk butt. Ooh, a restless. Daniel started doing his investigating and did discover that this guy for who we will call Jerry, because that's what everyone calls him. It's not his, it's not his given name. Had this heirloom stolen from him. No. There's like a million traps on the floor. Yeah, take that. I did re-up my Blessing of Talos from the Shrine of Talos. There we go. What's this? Mace Etiquette. Yeah, I already read that. Well, let's take it. We'll just have multiple copies. Daniel likes to read. Ceremonial axe number 1. Or I guess this is ceremonial axe. I think I gotta get a sword. I think the other one's a sword. So after Daniel discovers that Jerry's family heirloom was stolen, he decides he's gonna go get it back for this guy, because that's the way out. There's the other door. Because he decides he needs to set things right. And that people getting crap stolen wasn't cool. So he finds out who took it, who the richest dude in town took it, and everyone knows he took it. Okay, you know what? I am not dealing with you. So. No, come on. Go through the door. Thank you. Just a little common courtesy is all I'm asking for from my Draugr. You know? All I'm asking for. He realizes that, That's it. I had to fight a Draugr Scourge in the other room. Anyway, so he breaks into this guy's house. He does it as, Ancient Nord helmet there. He does it as skillfully as he can, which is surprisingly skillfully. You know, Daniel is a bit of a sneak thief. Although he never really stole for other people. He never stole for himself. He's just stole for other people. As I've talked about in the past. And now we are in. Now, I will say this. Apparently, old Tonguey over here has a ton of health. So we gotta be careful. Although he doesn't look like he's that much health. Oh, that is a Dragar Scourge, so that's not what I wanted. I don't think I can fling around spirits, but we're gonna find out. I can. I'm also moving quite slowly because I was thrown by a stupid Dragar Scourge. Stay over there. Ooh, yeah. I mean, he did hit me with his. But, oh, that's got to be unpleasant. Get up. I mean, don't get up, but, you know. There we go. Okay. I'm still moving really slow. So, then you have 2 weapons? Maybe not. I had a vague memory of him having 2 weapons, but that may not be accurate. I think it might be faster to use Fire Breath at this point. There's the word wall. Hey! I'm trying to get the second word of Aura Whisper. I genuinely can't even see who's shooting at me. I found him, though. So, that was just one of the things we will be doing in this part, because, obviously, this would be really short, and I also haven't finished talking yet. So, we're going to figure something else out to do. First, however, I think what we're going to do is go back to Whiterun and see if a courier will show up to give me a new thing. If not, we might just start shouting and see what happens. Courier, no courier. Okay, so I'm going to go talk to the Greybeards and get us another word of power to go to. So we are going to Silverdrift Lair now, which is over here. Unfortunately, I really want to fight a dragon, so we might come over here and fight a dragon that's over here too. There's also a dragon priest, and I really kind of want to do that. So Daniel manages to get this, he manages to sneak into this house and get, I may be going the wrong way. Oh, maybe not. So Daniel manages to sneak into this house, and this very large mansion of a house, and he steals the heirloom, and he gets out, and he gets it back to this guy, who then runs around and leaves town. There are wolves, but there they are. That is not what I wanted to hit. I use that so I can find the stupid old dudes in, I use Aura Whisper to find the old guys up in High Hrothgar, because I can't find my way around that place half the time. Anyway, so Jerry gets his stuff back, and Jerry just disappears. He completely disappears. Oh, hello. Did I? Random bandit and bandit outlaw? Well, that's not good. Walk into a dungeon and the first thing I see is a dead person. And another dead person. I have no memory of this place either. You know, for as much as I play this game. Anyway, so Daniel, he does not get out of town right away, which he should have, but he didn't. And he was arrested. Doors barred from the other side, so that must be the exit from this dungeon. And so, yeah, he gets arrested because, you know, he was asking everyone about this, and he was asking everyone about the heirloom, and once the heirloom went missing from the guy who definitely didn't really, it didn't belong to him. He just took it from this guy. And so Daniel decided he would just serve his time. He just would serve his time, and that would just be what happens. Come on, White. Come on, White. Oh. I don't think he's gonna come. Well, not now, especially. What's up here? Dwarven helmet. Dwarven helmet of conjuring. Ow! You know, really should have seen that one coming. So Daniel's arrested, and Bandit was killed, obviously, in his sleep by this Draugr. The townspeople actually bailed him out, paid his bounty. Jeez! Really got to be paying better attention than that. Because they didn't like this rich dude either, and they didn't like his abuse of power. And that was really sort of inspired the townspeople to rise up. You know, for someone who just really doesn't have a tremendous amount of stories of his own, Daniel has inspired quite a lot of stories. Caused a war in a town in Volunruud, and caused an uprising, which worked, by the way. It was a very, very, very quick uprising. Yay! Hopefully there'll be some tougher dudes here. Ooh, a white lord. Is it weird that I don't actually... Get over here and fight me. Too many people yelling. Okay, hang on. You do not need to be up here. There we go. Wow! He survived that. Where's the other guy? No! That's my word. Yeah, it was my word, jerk. Alright, well, let's get this word. I don't even know what this word is. Ooh, actually, I will be completely honest with you. That is going to be very useful. While Daniel was in prison, while he was in his jail cell, he did meet a very nice Altimer, or High Elf, from actually born in Cyrodiil. Even though people in Cyrodiil probably not huge fans of Altimer, she's not part of the Dominion, don't get me wrong, she's not a Thalmor, but she also was a thief, although she was stealing for herself, and it's a legitimate crime and not a retrieval. He talked to her for a little while, and she had grown up and had just wandered around Cyrodiil for years. Her parents had been farmers whose farm was destroyed by Imperial bigots, basically, who believed that her family was unfortunately spies for the Dominion. They were killed in that, and she's been running and hiding ever since. So, alright, we're going to go kill us a dragon, and we are going to kill us a dragon priest in the process. Because, honestly, I feel like that's a good way to end the episode. Plus, throw voice. I don't actually know if we can get there from this angle. We may have to fast travel somewhere else. But that has never stopped anyone in Skyrim before from not being able to get... Really? 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 That's what you get. Hello, giants. I mean you no harm. I come in peace. In fact, I'm not even going to get close enough to queue up the fast travel location, it would appear. That is the dragon place we are headed, right there. If we can get there this way. Not that, again, easy paths have ever stopped anybody. There aren't a lot of truly invisible walls in this game. There's just a lot of, like, terrain you can't quite climb. Okay, I think we may be at an impasse. You know what? It would probably be better if we were on a horse. Maybe it's time for Daniel to own a horse. I'm gonna go with no. Oh, hey, look, there's a far easier path over here, I would imagine. Sometimes in Skyrim, I have a tendency to not look for the easiest path, and by sometimes I mean almost every single time I play the game. Which I've been playing a lot on the Switch the past couple of days, just because I was like, you know what, I want to play Skyrim, but I also don't want to be tethered to my television, which is one of the reasons why I love the Switch. And eventually, maybe even the next one will be the next Skyrim story, which will start soon, because next week is the end of this story. At some point, we'll do some stories, some Skyrim stories on the Switch, just because I can. Alright, so we're going to start by getting him on the ground, and then Fire Breath, but we'll wait for him to actually, hang on, no, become ethereal. Oh man, it's just a teensy dragon. Okay. Frost Breath it is! Take that, you stupid dragon. Stupid dragon face. You know, this would have been way more epic if you hadn't just been a stupid little low-level dragon. I'm kind of I almost feel bad for him since I sought him out. That wasn't good. If you'll excuse me for just a second. 1 second. Okay. Now, I'm going to see if I can actually disarm him. Because sometimes you can't. Nope, he's too powerful. And he is launching some crazy powerful attacks at me. And those crazy powerful attacks, I think, are coming from the staff. I'm just going to mash the button, the shout button, for a little while. Until he dies. Which feels really like cheating, but it's not. Because Dragon Priest, yeah, he had a staff of fireballs on him. What is this? Lockpicking, archery, and alchemy are 20% better. Alright. Why are there 2 steel Nordic gauntlets in this thing? That seems weird. Staff of Ice Spikes. Technically, we got 5 new words of power today, 2 of which are actually useful, and 3 of which I never use ever, and that would be Throw Voice. Next week, it's Skull Dolphin, Sovngarde, and Alduin time, and I will finally get around to telling you all about Daniel's trip home to Volunruud that led him to run to Skyrim and become a proper bard. This has been a Bard in Skyrim. Thank you for watching, and come back soon for more Skyrim.